I'm Lizzie Fitzpatrick. Play in Falcon. We're a rock band, kind of more alternative, kind of grungy stuff that's been going for the last maybe 6 years or so. I just kind of around Dublin, started to go outside of Ireland a little bit in the last few years, and just finally getting around to do our debut. A lot of inspirations of mine will be like Bjork, Cocktail Twins, a lot of the kind of the darker 80s stuff, Gary Newman, then like Beach House and The Knife and stuff like that. They would be my influences. The lads are more like kind of heavier, like they'd be into like Deftones and kind of black metal and stuff like that. So that'd be kind of a mix of them. My one will be Staring at Clocks. It's the title track, and we're not releasing it as a single, but it just took so long for me to actually get that song finished. We wrote the music pretty fast, but I couldn't write any words to it. It was just every time I'd write something, it just sounded so weak, and it took ages and ages. And I would just listen to the music, walking around and trying to get inspiration. And I recorded all the vocals at home actually because I didn't have them ready in time for the studio. And then eventually, after ages, I got them together, and I think it just fits so well now. I think all that pain maybe translated into it. Well, it's kind of nice because when we're in the room together, we just kind of let the music occur. Like it don't, I don't really come with the melody or anything. It's usually we write the music first. So maybe Barry would have a bass riff, and then the rest of us would just like layer on top of that, or vice versa. And then after that, I would like decide on trying to find a melody with my voice, and then that. You know, my personality, the music. You know, a lot of the lyrics and stuff is my relationship. So it is a queer kind of album in a way. You could take it as, but I kind of like the idea of like a lot of queer people in a band that maybe it's not like I'm not writing about queer issues. I'm just kind of writing more about queer experience or like relationships, and it's as normal as a straight thing. Not that, but I don't want it to be like something that shouldn't be talked about. Like it's far more interesting to me to hear about queer stuff. I like hearing about musicians that like talk about this stuff openly, and it's not really, it's just normal. I miss like expressing myself that way. I love to perform like as kind of viciously as possible. I kind of miss doing that kind of performance and entertainment. It'd be cool to do a live thing with us, like a pre-recorded show maybe that we could put out later on. I'd like to do maybe an album show, but I think there's nothing really like being there in the flesh really.